Hi, Rebecca. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, let me do this. You should be there.
We are.
Okay. Boom. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's Crystalline here. And we are exactly 1 week before the full moon in Scorpio. And what a week to not have a workbook for you all, but we don't have a workbook for you. I'm so sorry, but we had a little snafu. There was some confusion around the text, and so we don't have a workbook for you. But you'll be able to take some good notes during today's talk, and I'll just okay. The wind just came in and knocked a whole bunch of stuff off. Have all the windows open because for the first time this year, we are having warmish weather. Warmish, it's 63 and it feels so warm because it's been nothing but 50s and 40s up until now. All right, so windows are open, stuff is flying around. My stuff here is going to be flying. Hopefully my peonies are not going to get my peonies. They are in full blossom here. Did you know they opened and closed at night? I think it's so sweet. In the morning, I wake up at 4:30 and I come in and my peonies are closed and they are adorable because they're sleeping. And then I turn on the lights and the sun comes up and then they open into these incredible, beautiful, full blossoms like, hi, we are here. It's wonderful. Anyway, hi everyone. I'm Crystalline Bell. Welcome to the League of Badass Butterflies and welcome to the full moon in Scorpio ritual. So the full moon rises in Scorpio next Friday. And as usual, I give you the moon report several days ahead of time so that you can prepare yourself for the moon. Now, as I don't have a workbook for today, you can use your journal. All you need is a scrap of paper. It doesn't take a lot. We don't, the workbooks are helpful, but go ahead, use a scrap of paper, use your journal. You can also, you can use an online journal, digital journal. Okay, you can make your own workbook. I'm going to give you plenty of information so you'll be able to follow along. So let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping. If you are watching this live stream live in the comments, please check in with me. Okay, stuff is getting blown. Hopefully the orchids are not going to get blown. I might have to actually, okay, it has blown the recycling over. Now my recycling is literally floating around my floor. That's okay. There's a lot of wind up here on the 6th floor. Okay, so if you're watching live, type in #live. If you're watching the replay, type in #replay. So there are a couple of things I want to talk to you about today. Number one is about the full moon, how it's going to affect you and how you can take advantage of it. It's a full moon, so this is a time of healing. This is a time of looking at what's going on inside of you. It's a time of understanding what's happening in your subconscious mind with your beliefs, hidden thought patterns, that energy that is creating a negative self-talk dialogue in your head. We need to look at that. That's what you do whenever there's a full moon, okay? Full moon in Scorpio is based on the 8th house in astrology, which is a really powerful house. It's a very important full moon. So it's the 8th house, which deals with death and rebirth. So it's a house of transformation, the house where you die to your old ways of being. It's an opportunity to die to old ways of thinking, old ways of behaving, old relationships that no longer serve you, okay? It's an opportunity to die and let go of your attachment to things that don't serve you. And it's also a time of rebirth. So what is going to rise up from the ashes of your old self? What is going to, the doors. It's the wind. There are no ghosts here. That is just the wind. Oh, how fun. So how are you going to rise up? What are you going to give birth to? If you are dying to your old beliefs, what new beliefs do you want to see implanted? What new relationships do you want? What new thought patterns need to be nurtured and developed? So that's part of what happens in the 8th house and what happens around this sign of Scorpio. Scorpio also rules kind of like the occult and the mysteries, the divine feminine mysteries. It can also be the ruler of secrets and things that are hidden. It's about also sexual power and sexual energy. Okay, so Rebecca, you are on in Zoom, right? So you are letting people in. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to let you do, I'm going to let Rebecca do her job because she's so good at it. So Scorpio is a very, very powerful time. Now, while we are talking about this stuff, I want to let you know a couple of things. We're pulling away from the moon, and we're going to just go into what we're doing in the League of Badass Butterflies. Next week, starting on Monday, okay, we're going to start actually on Monday. We have the Divine Life Purpose challenge that we are running for 3 days. And basically, this is a challenge for you to really step into your high priestess power, okay? So if you all are going to be life coaches, you have to understand that you cannot play it small. This is not about just helping people and not taking responsibility for yourself as a coach and for the work and your body of work and your ideas, okay? We are badass butterfly spiritual life coaches. We are badass. We are divine. We are fierce. And we are becoming life coaches so that we can help other people heal and transform their lives. Now, there is a lot of kind of really casual attitudes about being a coach, being a light worker, being a healer. A lot of really casual attitudes. Oh yeah, I coach people all the time. And I really appreciate that you think you coach people all the time. But if you think that just because you give people advice based on how you feel in the moment, that makes you a coach, it does not. Coaching is actually a serious endeavor that requires someone who cares about coaching, who cares about the human and the human psyche and the psychology and the spirituality and the emotionality and the inner child and the subconscious mind and the conscious self, the thoughts, the habits, the behaviors, okay? You have to care about all those things. If you are not addressing all of those things, then you cannot call yourself a life coach, okay? And the solution for that is to simply learn how to do all that, because you're on the right track. If you are craving these things, then you are on the right track. But you need to take your craving and your soul's desire to the next level. And the next level involves you actually learning about those things, creating a system of healing for those things, and then taking your system of healing and your philosophy around healing and bringing that to the public. And that is fucking awesome. If you are willing to do what it takes to learn about the depth of what it means to be a human, okay, living in today's society, so you are willing to look at the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind, the beliefs, the habits, the attitudes, the wounding, the trauma, the ancestral connections. If you're willing to do all that, and you are willing to create a healing system that addresses those things, then you are ready for the next step. I am happy to work with you, and that's what we're going to start doing next week. We're going to awaken that inner priestess, that divine and fierce energy of the high priestess. Okay, the one who is connected to God, who is a channel, who brings down information from the divine and brings it out into the world for her people to use, to benefit from, bringing it out through blogs, through books, through articles, through videos, through live streams, okay, through poetry, through podcasts, whatever, however you want to bring it out. This is what I want to awaken inside of you. And that's what we're going to be doing starting on Monday. We have it's going to be a 4-day challenge all together. Okay. And it's called, Rebecca, what is this thing called? And can you put the link in it? Can you put the link in, please, for them to sign up? I don't know why I can't remember the name. We changed the name. That's one reason why I can't. That's one reason why I cannot remember. Hold on, I'm going to look it up. It's called Claim Your Divine Authority. Sorry, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not being more clear about this thing. I'm also a little bit distracted because you can probably see my door opening and closing here, and you should see what I'm seeing in front of me. Okay, the shutters are flapping back and forth. The orchid is like leaning. The other plants in there are all like swaying with all this wind. The clothes are drying and they are all breezy, and the recycling got knocked over and it's making swirls on the floor. It is a mess back there. It is bad. Okay, so that is cracking me up. But this program is called Claim Your Divine Authority. We're starting it on Monday. We're going live at the same time as we normally do. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's for the Eastern United States. And yeah, it's going to be really fun and interesting and exciting for us. Okay. And you should sign up for that. Rebecca has now put the link in here for us. So go ahead and sign up for that now if you can. I see that Leanna has made it. Hi, Leanna. You came on today because it's the full moon in Scorpio. I get it. Leanna's like, let me get up and get on here because she's going to be talking about me. Excellent. Hey, Gloria. Good morning. And Ju is here. Hi, Ju. Good to see you. Nice to see you all. And I know Robin is here too on the, uh-oh. Rebecca, did you let Robin in? I don't know if, or maybe Robin didn't plan on staying. I don't know, but she was here. I don't know if Rebecca, if you saw her. She was here and then now she's gone. Anyway, so that's what I need you all to sign up for Monday. And here's another thing that I did. Okay, I did this for my students who are enrolled in my program. Okay, I've got my training for women who want to become certified spiritual life coaches. And what I did was I created a prayer for becoming that divine, fierce, and wealthy coach. All right. And this prayer was fully divinely channeled. It was so divinely channeled. And I was just sitting, writing, and listening to what Spirit was telling me. It is the most complete download that talks about exactly what you have to embody to be that spiritual life coach. It talks about your connection to the divine. It talks about how you manage your relationship with the feminine. It talks about how you run your business, how you treat your clients, how you show up for your clients, how your clients should show up for you. It talks about your relationship with money. It talks about like how it comes to you. It talks about what needs to be healed, how to release that. This is such a powerful prayer. And what I did was I put it to music, okay? And so on the download, it is repeated 4 times. It's a long prayer, okay? And I'm reading it, and I've got so much energy when I'm reading it because I was like so into it. I'm like, this shit's the bomb, right? Like this thing is just really talking. It was talking to my soul. I hope it talks to your soul as well. We're going to offer that for the participants who are signed up for the event, the challenge that starts on Monday. You will only get this if you are enrolled. So just watching it on the replays, that's not going to get it, okay? If you want this prayer and that you can download, it's an MP3. The idea, the music is super activating. And look, I know prayers are supposed to be woo-woo, like, ooh, oh, I'm meditating. No, I made this prayer to be about like dancing, all right? The idea is that you are supposed to listen to this prayer and get your groove on, okay? And like allow your body to move and allow the prayer to move with you. The idea is also that you memorize those words because again, the pattern, the words that are repeating in your head on a regular basis is what you're manifesting. So if you are repeating, I'm a victim, this isn't going to work, I don't know, I don't have enough, I'm lacking, that's not good, I'm disappointed, what's wrong with him, what's wrong with her, blah, blah, blah. If your mind is repeating all those kind of negative patterns and different variations, what you are manifesting is that. So my idea is that I'm going to give you something really focused, something beautiful to focus on. I'm going to put it to some good rhythmic beats music. I'm going to mix the music because Crystalline now thinks she's some kind of freaking DJ. You're going to listen to that and start to repeat it to yourself 4 times, okay? It repeats for the whole thing is like 40 minutes. All right. This is from start to finish. It's about 40 minutes. You don't have to listen to the whole thing all the time. The point is that, like, if you're out walking, put that music on and listen and get into it and let your body move while you have this super life and business affirming and self-affirming. This thing is you owning your power, owning your priestess, owning your divinity, owning your fierceness, okay? That's what we want, all right? So enough said. You'll get the download link for this on as a part of your enrollment. So go ahead, get yourself signed up, and the link will be, or the download will be, the link for the download will be emailed to you after you've signed up, okay? Also, you'll get your workbooks after you've signed up. So if you want a workbook for next week's events, and you will want the workbooks, you will need to enroll. All right, very good. And Rebecca, again, has the enrollment link in the comments for you. So let's go ahead and get started with what's going on with the full moon. And actually, I want to know who's excited. Like, if you plan on attending next week's event, the Lord Almighty, what is it called? The Claim Your Divine Authority Challenge. If you plan on attending that, just in the comments, say, I'll be there, or let me know that you plan on attending. Rebecca probably has already set up the invitations. Okay, so you probably have gotten an invitation, or you will get an invitation. I guess you have to send those out today, Rebecca, since we're starting on Monday. Anyway, so there you go. All right. All right, so what's happening in the cosmos right now? Aside from Pluto moving through Aquarius, which is a really big deal, it's a really big deal if you're an Aquarius. You should be feeling really powerful, and you might be feeling like you're an unstoppable fucking train, all right? Which is great. Enjoy that and understand that the next 20 years of your life are going to be about like becoming the center of power. Yay, excellent. Now, for everybody else, what's important? Well, what's important is that we have a full moon happening in Scorpio. And what does that mean? Well, it means that the moon is going to be showing you where you have subconscious and hidden negative beliefs or limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns, and basically shadows around the 8th house topics. Now, as I said earlier, the 8th house is about, the 8th house is about death. And that doesn't mean necessarily physical death. It means the death of mindset, how we let go, how we die to our old selves, how the sun goes down every day and a new day is born every day, okay? What happens with change, right? How you change, how you embrace change, how you let go, how you allow change to happen, all right? So it's death as a partner to rebirth. And rebirth is how you get born again, what you allow to pass through, what you allow to rise up, what you allow to be transformed. So if we think about a caterpillar that is being called to die, that's what's happening. When the butterfly is awakening, the caterpillar has to die. And it does in a glorious fashion, doesn't it? That little caterpillar wraps itself in a cocoon, attaches itself to a tree, and then it's just like, boom, shut down. The body hardens and becomes a protective shell for the new butterfly inside. The guts of the old caterpillar self break down into bits that the new butterfly can consume for strength. Okay, so that old caterpillar is dying, and it dies with its eyes wide open, all right? Because the butterfly is also the caterpillar, right? The part of the caterpillar's brain stays, so the butterfly retains the caterpillar's memories. And that butterfly is like watching the old self die, the caterpillar self die, and it's eating, it's feasting on its old parts. This is why we are badass butterflies, because that is a very badass thing to do. It is badass to be like, you dead, arm. I'm gonna eat you. Yum, 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 yum. Okay? Very badass. So what we want to understand is that this moon in Scorpio is really calling us to do this full moon in Scorpio. And if it's a new moon in Scorpio, we're going to emphasize the rebirth process. But this is a full moon in Scorpio, so we're going to emphasize the death and letting go process. And we're going to focus on the nurturing of the awakened butterfly. All right. And I think it's also appropriate that next week, when we're doing the Claim Your Divine Authority challenge, that I'm asking you to step into your priestesshood, right? So in order for you to become a priestess, the high priestess, what do you have to let die in order for you to step into this divine and fierce leadership role, right? What aspects of your mind do you have to let go? For example, can you think of yourself as small and insignificant if you want to step into your high priestess role? No, you can't think of yourself as small and insignificant, right? So that aspect of you must die. Can you believe that you are unsupported? No, you can't believe that you're unsupported if you want to step into this high priestess role. You have to know that you are supported, right? So this is really a timely time. This is a timely time for us to be doing this challenge and getting you really ready to let go of those things, those aspects of yourself that want to die, so that you can step into a more empowered version of yourself. Now, let me check in. I'm on a roll as usual. If you all have any questions, let me know. Ju says, yes, I'm going to be there. Can't wait, Ju. I look forward to seeing you. Michelle says, thank you. Thank you for it not having to cost to it. I'm not looking to be a life coach. Your words are amazing today. Thank you so much. Michelle, number one, you're welcome. And number two, thanks for being here. And I'm glad that my words are, I see. You asked, I'm so sorry, Michelle. I didn't see that you asked the question, does it cost to enroll? Thank you for asking that. And obviously the answer is no, it does not cost to enroll, but I do want you all to sign up. That is very important for me. And yes, you are welcome. And I hope that you'll enjoy next week, whether you want to be a life coach or not. Stepping into your role as high priestess is the same thing as stepping into your role of divine feminine leader. That could be, you could be a mom, you could be a boss of your business, you could be a manager in a corporation, okay? It doesn't matter. I'm asking you to step into your power and your authority. That's what this whole event is about, starting next Monday, again at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern United States, okay? All right, so what else does the eighth house rule in astrology? So the eighth house is ruled by Scorpio, or it is the sign of Scorpio, and it is also ruled by the planet Pluto. So Pluto is, this tiny little planet that is moving, far, far out in the universe. It takes Pluto 20 years to traverse one zodiac sign, one astrological house, 20 years. This is why I say for Aquarians, y'all need to get ready, because Pluto is here now visiting us until June, and he's going to leave in June, and then in January he's coming back, and he's going to stay in Aquarius for 20 whole years. All right, so this is very important. Pluto rules the 8th house, and so Pluto is responsible for making us highly intuitive. This is for everybody: Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Libra, all the signs. We need to know this because Pluto, we all are influenced by Pluto. So Pluto is responsible for ruling our sexuality, our sexual generative energy in the body, our ability, our root chakra, our ability to take up the earth and to connect with life force energy. This is all Pluto. Pluto is the god of deep mining and wealth. So when you are working with Pluto or Scorpio energy, you are being called to take a deep dive into wherever you're being led. Okay, so with this full moon in Scorpio, the healing that we do over, even between now and next, let's say between now and even next Sunday, for the next 10 days, what you are going to be focusing on, you should expect the energy to be going deeper than even you imagine. So I would take these next 10 days and I would purify my diet. I would purify what I'm looking at around me, and how I'm carrying myself. This is a great time to do some detoxification practices, drinking more water. If you do fasting, this is a great time to do some fasting. Body scrubs, salt baths, facial scrubs, clay to pull out impurities. Because when Pluto and Scorpio are activated, what is deep is coming up. So if you think about a pimple doesn't start on the surface. A pimple starts because of what is aggravated down deep in the depths of the skin. Wherever there's imbalance, there's going to be a rupture that you see on top. So because we know that Scorpio and Pluto, this energy is disruptive, and we add in the full moon going in there to illuminate, to shine light, and to make us heal, to force us to confront our deepest fears, we know that this is a time for shit to come up to the top. So if you want to help that stuff along, number one, for the next 10 days, take it easy. The next 10 days, this is not the time to start a hard workout routine. Why? Because this is a time for being internal. You want to do a workout? Do a mental workout. Do an emotional workout. Go and do a whole bunch of shadow work. Look at your limiting beliefs. Look at the things you're afraid of. Go and confront your trauma. Do that kind of a workout. And then the next week, so after next Sunday, right? 10 days, Sunday from now, Sunday week, all right? After that, you'll have more energy, more space, more clarity, more purity to start your workout. Okay, I hope that makes sense, y'all. If this doesn't make sense, you all will let me know, right? Leanna says, can't wait. Ju says, I have 4 planets. Ooh, 4 planets in my 8th house. I'm an Aquarius sun and midheaven. Oh, yes, Ju, what an incredible time to be alive. And absolutely, you are correct. I am so very excited for you, especially with that Aquarius sun and the Aquarius on the midheaven. This is the time for you to be really looking at your career, and what you're going to do. So darling, yes, 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 you are on fire. Leanna says it makes sense. And hey, Anita, good to see you. She says this is fantastic and so helpful. Good, I'm glad that it's helpful. That's exactly why we're doing it. So talking a little bit more about Scorpio, I'm going to talk a little bit about Scorpio people to use them as an example. Now, understand that even though I'm talking about Scorpio people, these are all things that are important for all of us right now, because with this moon transit, we're all Scorpio. Our Scorpio nature is being like we are all acting out the divinity of Scorpio over these next several days, okay? And I'm look, the moon rises on Friday in Scorpio, so it's not yet, but because I'm talking to you about it now, and your mind is opening and expanding to this now, you're getting the downloads already. Like even you can feel what I'm talking about. It's because you're already getting activated, and you will have the most powerful healing because you're engaging with it consciously, and you're doing it early, so you're preparing. Your subconscious mind is going to know and prepare and brace and bring up all the things that need to be healed, that can be healed, okay? So Scorpio people are called intense. And we want to be careful when we use this, because a lot of times people will say that to Scorpio people, especially to Scorpio women, and they will say it not as a compliment. And I don't approve. I don't approve because Scorpio people, Scorpio women in particular, they are intense, but these are the fucking most connected women you will ever talk to. These women are connected to the divine through a supercharged download. Like they are just fucking connected. And they're not just connected through the crown chakra, they're connected through every chakra. And they are really connected to life force energy, which is why they are so fucking intense. So when they listen deeply. They're listening at levels that you could not possibly even fathom unless you're willing to respect that and go there with them. They are highly intuitive. They are deeply connected to life force energy. So they are highly sexual. And it's not that they are like sexy sleazy, they just fucking connect. They connect. They are connected, and sexuality is the highest form of connection. So men and women, they connect sexually. They're highly generative people. They have the power to generate energy, sexuality, money, attraction, conversation. They are master manifestors, okay? Now, why am I telling you this about Scorpio people? Because, as I said, right now, the universe is inviting us all to be a little bit Scorpio. And I'm inviting you to be a little bit Scorpio right now. I'm inviting you to be Scorpio in yourself, to try that on and to open up all your chakras. I'm inviting you to connect to your life force energy. Now, when that full moon comes around on Thursday or Friday, wherever you are, when that full moon comes around on Friday, by opening up now, you're inviting what is contrary to Scorpio to come up so that you can see it. So where you have resistance to sexuality, where you have resistance to life force energy, where you have resistance to the death and rebirth process out of fear, distrust, wounding, trauma, anger, resentment, all that stuff that you have circling around these life-giving energies, you are being invited to deal with them so that you can move forward with powerful Scorpio, sexual Pluto energy in your future. This is your opportunity to heal your relationship with sex, with life force energy, with the ability to generate, the ability to manifest, the ability to take what's heavenly, bring it in through your body, and then to give birth to it. Okay, I hope this is making sense, y'all. All right, let me check in and see. Dolinka Katie Lee, what a gorgeous name. My gosh, what a pretty name. I woke up this morning with the song Unstoppable in my head, and I knew it was a sign for me to step into my power as a divine feminine. Yes, your words resonate deeply in my soul. I am so glad. I'm glad you woke up with that this morning, because that is a really powerful, number one, I love waking up with a song in my head and that song makes sense, okay? And that song is telling me something good. Love that. But also, yes, stepping into your divine feminine power is really important. And honestly, you all are going to be hearing me say this a lot: divine, fierce, and wealthy. That is what it means to be a badass butterfly, okay? So you will be hearing me use those words very often, because this is what I want to awaken in all of you all. And, you know, we know what divine means. It means sacred, and it means valuable, it means relevant, and it means connected to source energy, right? Connected to source energy, pure. And I want you to be a divine life coach, but also I want you to be fierce. Now, do not think that fierce is mean. No, fierce knows what sacred is, and fierce is what you are. You are fierce about making sure that what is sacred gets honored and protected and put out into the world. And you all know I am fierce. I am fierce about my ideas. I am fierce about basically everything I do. Look, I like Jew, okay, like my sweet friend Jew. I got a lot of stuff up in the 8th house, okay? There's a lot happening for me in the 8th house. It's very expansive. I'm intense, okay? I know that. I know that. I'm not mad, okay? But it also means that I have a fierceness. And I want to share that fierceness with you because it's also extremely loving. It is a fierceness of owning who I am, owning my authority, owning my ideas, owning my right to be here, and owning my right to express myself in my true power without having to hide or to duck my head in shame, okay? And not having to apologize for being who I am. And that's what I want for you. I want you to understand that you have the right to be here, showing up in the way that you want to show up. If you want to show up in sweetness and light, yes, but you need to be fierce about your sweetness and light so that everybody knows who you are, and you own that and you claim it without shame or anything that would hold you back, okay? And of course, the wealth is about owning your right to wealth. And of course, we know that wealth represents your family and your ability to love and your ability to have safety and security, and your mind is your wealth and your health is your wealth, okay? We get all that. But look, We also want money as our wealth because that matters as well. Money is worthy energy. So if you are going to be a badass butterfly, you have to own your right to have financial prosperity. You have to know that you're the one who's in control of your financial destiny. You cannot leave that in the hands of anybody else. You can't leave that in the hands of your job. You have to be the creator of your wealth, just like you have to create the wealth of your health. Okay. You're the one who has to eat the right food. You're the one who has to do the exercise. You're the one who has to drink the water, right? You're the one who has to do all the things in order to guard your health and to nurture yourself. Well, it's the same thing with your wealth. You're the one who has to claim what you desire and build your empire to deliver you that wealth. You are not going to be able to get wealthy by working for somebody else. It just doesn't work. You can pay your bills and take care of things. Of course, we appreciate our jobs for that. But when it comes down to your financial destiny and your divine inheritance that comes because you are a child of God, you are a child of Goddess, no job is going to do that for you. No, because it is so much more abundant than any corporation. Okay, you are the biggest corporation. So of course you have to take control of that. And that's what being the divine, fierce, and wealthy coach is all about. All right. You guys, it's time for me to quit. It's done. We're done for the day. I hope you all know what we're up for with Scorpio. I hope you all feel good about Scorpio. Now, if I give you a few questions, I'm not going to give you individual questions, but what I'm going to ask you to think about is basically how can you improve your relationship with the qualities around Scorpio? Again, death and rebirth, sexuality, life force energy, your generative abilities, and I think that's all I said, right? And then, of course, taxes. For whatever reason, the eighth house rules taxes. And I don't have a great theory of this. I've not ever come up with anything that really resonates with me around this, like why the eighth house rules taxes. The only thing I know, here's what I know. And actually, this might actually be the answer. I might be mature enough to receive this now. But the eighth house rules taxes because the eighth house is about your generative life force energy. That is your ability to generate energy, right? This is pussy power. This is yoni power, y'all. This is about the eighth house is the portal of the divine feminine. This is where your coochie meets life itself. All right. So the reason this would deal with taxes or is associated with taxes is because while you are the divine feminine creating, you're generating all this wealth for yourself, for your family, for your community. You're being a creative machine. You have a responsibility to the governing bodies that are helping keep you safe, right? They are providing some aspect of the structure that you're enjoying. The roads you travel on, they're making sure that landlords are upholding the law. They're making sure that we have parks and that the trash gets picked up on a regular basis. And we've got, an army and protection. So I think that this is why this house rules taxes, because what we create, we've got to also cut off a chunk and give to the government. 44%? Ew. 44% is a little bit high, but that's okay, because when you are generating in the millions, You can handle that. All right. You can break off some for the government and still have plenty left over to take care of you and your family and your desires. All right, sweet friends, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and get ready for my next client. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Please make sure you get signed up for the Claim Your Divine Authority challenge that starts on Monday. And also, I really want to find out what you think about that meditation. We'll get that sent out. Rebecca still has to set it up. I've only just given it to her. It took me all day to mix it, by the way. It took me a long time because I'm not accustomed to mixing music. I hope you like it. It's got such a great beat to it. It is about dancing and moving your body. So see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye for now, lovelies. Bye, everyone.